Broadcasting from Manhattan Beach and the World Wide Web, you're listening to CHSR, HealthyLife.net.
As a service to our listeners, this program is for general information and entertainment purposes only. CHSR HealthyLife.net does not recommend, endorse, or object to the views, products, or topics expressed or discussed by show hosts or their guests. We suggest you always consult with your own personal, medical, financial, or legal advisor.
Welcome to Radio AMB, designed for those who want to live a long and vibrant life. I'm Alicia Benkovich, your host, and someone who feels passionately about the health and beauty products and services we all rely on to live a beautiful and vivacious life. Radio AMB, which stands for American Made Beauty, where we tell the secrets behind the making of health and beauty products. Our program sponsor today is Free Your Mane, Mane spelled M-A-N-E. You can find Free Your Mane products on freeyourmane.com or at Anthropologie stores and salons and spas across the United States. As an avid follower of social media and even more specifically beauty vloggers, I've been watching the landscape of YouTube change over the last several years, with more and more people turning to the platform for an endless resource for all things beauty related. This explosion in easily accessible beauty information has really helped consumers, such as myself, make better informed decisions on purchases, but also how to use that new Urban Decay Naked Palette to its full potential. The information readily available to consumers has changed the way beauty brands are reaching out to their customers as well. And my guest today, makeup artist, educator, and ambassador for the Sephora Personal Beauty Advisor campaign, Christina Vega, knows firsthand how these beauty brands are doing just that. So today, during our segment we call In the Jar, we will take an in-depth look at how vlogging has changed the beauty industry landscape, especially with the YouTube platform, but also we will look at how curly hair has kind of changed, how we are actually covering curly hair on vlogging, and also just how that has evolved. Also, during our segment we call Beauty That's Soul Deep, we will talk more about what is very important to Christina in giving back programs and charity. And finally, we will wrap up with the Beauty Biz segment and learn more about how big retailers and beauty professionals are getting involved in the beauty takeover of YouTube, and discuss more about the Sephora Personal Beauty Advisor campaign. Our program sponsor today is Free Your Mane, so let's get started. My guest today is Christina Vega, a makeup artist originally from Brooklyn and currently based in New York City. Christina stumbled upon the beauty industry after a deep love for color and creation in the arts. After switching her paintbrushes for makeup brushes, Vega graduated from Leo Shore Institute in 2008 to obtain her beautician license. Vega started at Sephora in 2010 as a makeup artist and moved quickly up the ranks to currently become the face of the Personal Beauty Advisor campaign. With a desire to go beyond conventional makeup artist paths, Vega took her craft to Sephora University. She soon began to teach classes at Sephora stores in order to educate everyday women on their beauty routine. Christina was recently promoted as a senior artist at Sephora, training the other makeup artists in store, and she is now an SUBC, which is Sephora University Beauty Class Facilitator, where she teaches everyday clients how to do their makeup. She believes in the merge of inner and outer beauty to create a secure yet delicate outlet for women to use makeup recreationally. If not transforming the lives of women daily in stores, Vega does makeup and light hairstyling for weddings, fashion shows, movies, and music videos, to name a few. She also uses her artistic talent to help raise awareness and to change lives. Vega has done countless makeovers to raise money for charitable organizations such as the American Cancer Society, Relay for Life, and Light the Night as well. And as we will discuss, Christina is moving into the next and most important step in her life. So welcome, Christina. Thanks for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So excited to have you here on the show. And also, I think I first need to congratulate you on your recent announcement.
Thank you.
This is such an exciting next chapter in your life.
Oh, yeah. This year has been a beautiful experience so far.
And so how far along are you?
I'm 28 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'll be due right before Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow. How exciting. And so how have you been feeling in the morning? Are you getting morning sickness, or is that over now? Or
I've been actually really lucky. I cannot wait to spoil my baby because I have no morning sickness.
Oh, so great. Oh, that's awesome. Well, how do you think this next step's going to change your work-personal life kind of balance?
I think now in the beginning, I won't be able to travel as much, but it would help me just get a little bit more creative with how I can tap into still doing my curly hair blogging, my YouTube, different ways I can still do makeup, like online tutorials. I'll just have to, figure out other ways.
Right.
My craft.
Right. I think that something like that it changes your inspiration, and you'll just get so many other ideas for things that maybe you wouldn't have before.
Absolutely.
And it's such a great time in your life. So let's start off by kind of talking about your background. You actually started off in art school. How did you make that transition from fine arts to makeup? Like, how did you make that decision?
I remember the first time I saw eyeshadows, like different colorful eyeshadows, and it reminded me of my paint set. And I was like, ooh, this is pretty. I just grew up being such a tomboy, and I was never a girly girl.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but I just love the idea of colors and creating, whether it was like on a flat canvas, or when I saw what else I can do with like my brushes, quote unquote, I just kind of fell in love and became more of a girly girl after.
I love that. So you didn't grow up with wanting to wear all the frilly things and being that girly girl. It was kind of art school kind of introduced you to colors, and then you saw makeup, and you kind of made that kind of comparison.
Yeah, and especially when I started tapping into more of like body painting and like special effects. It was just a whole beautiful world that I didn't experience yet. So now I love both.
Absolutely. And are you still painting as well?
I do, not as much as I used to, but it's still something I like to do, like as a side, like a hobby.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, they're so closely related. I think that's awesome. So it seems like Sephora was a great place for you to learn, making that step into Sephora. How much did Sephora help you?
Oh my God, tremendously. Like, they are amazing when it comes to building your career path. So that's like one of the main things, but also the education piece behind it. You learn so much about different products and ingredients, and your experience with so many different types of clientele from different backgrounds, skin tones. It's such a great way to start off the career, and you can also just build your own career from Sephora world.
Wow. It just seems like I've actually spoken to some other people that work for Sephora, and it sounds like it is just a great platform to learn and kind of build your professional career. So how did you go from makeup artist to educator?
So that started with my first year in Sephora. I was just a color consultant, just doing makeup, and there was a new position open up, which was the personal beauty advisor campaign. And my boss at the time saw something in me, and she was like, I love the way you explain and teach your clients like how to do their makeup. This is a new position opening. Would you be interested? And I was like, yeah, sure. And that was it. That was like the beginning of it all, just doing private lessons one-on-one. And then I did that for a couple of years, and then next thing you know, oh, hey, there's a new program called SUBC, Sephora University Beauty Class. And like, we love the way you do private one-on-ones. And I never thought that I would be comfortable teaching in front of a group of people. I'm really good at, one-on-ones. And so I had to kind of get out of my comfort zone in order to grow, but it was a great move. And like now I can just do it with my eyes closed. I love teaching in front of people.
Right. And so when you're in that role of the educator and you're doing like large in-store events, what is that like? For
our events?
Yeah.
So we have lots of stuff where we're teaching in front of a bunch of people, like a new product.
Oh, okay.
So let's say we have, what do they call it? Oh, like mega events. So we'll have, like, for example, like we have the Marc Jacobs event, and so we'll encourage other, like, first want to train the makeup artists to teach them about the new product so they know how to teach their clients. And then we have, we just kind of gather everyone on like a microphone. Like, hey, if you're interested in learning how to do this tip and trick, we're going to be at the studio. And then you kind of, do like a whole like group in front, which is really fun.
Wow, wow. And so you are actually now in the role of educating other makeup artists.
Oh, yeah.
What is that like?
So, yes, recently, at the beginning of this year, actually, I got promoted as a senior artist.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing because now I have such a great balance with teaching. I can teach everyday women with the SCBC classes, but to educate on another level, another makeup artist, it's awesome because you're teaching like elevated skills, and you're also inspiring them. Like, I never realized a lot of my cast members here, they always say like, we look up to you, and I'm like, me? What did I do?
Oh, I love that.
And so like, we want to be like a senior artist like you, and we just want to just grow. And so it's great. It's a great experience, and it's teaching them individually their skills, because some people learn faster than others, and everyone has their own different path.
Right.
Some that just started out and they were kind of like self-taught, so you kind of teach them a little bit of like makeup artistry one-on-one, and then others who have been doing makeup for several years, which is a great challenge for me, because I'm like, all right, how can I elevate you?
Right.
I feel like you're already there.
Right.
So it's great. It's a beautiful turn. I do miss the Personal Beauty Advisor campaign, but I like the new world that I'm in now.
Absolutely.
It's a change.
So how do you go about teaching someone who's maybe been doing makeup for several years and they know so much? How do you kind of draw that information out of them and figure out, oh, maybe I could do a little bit more of this with them? Or
Sure. So I have a couple of things. So like at least one time out the week, I'll have maybe like 5 other makeup artists early in the morning before the store opens, and we'll do a topic that everyone kind of jotted down. So I'll have like a sign-up sheet, like, there's topics that you would like to learn more of.
Oh.
And then they'll write, mature skin or acne-prone skin, and then we'll create like little mini classes. And then for private ones, I observe them at the studio. So if I kind of see something that they can take, to the next level, I'll kind of write it down. So when we have our one-on-one sessions, I'm like, okay, so I noticed this happened, so let me show you how you can elevate that look.
Wow.
So yeah, there's different ways.
That's good. That's great. And so Sephora has like a studio. You mentioned that a couple times. What is that? They have like a.
Oh yeah. So it's especially my location in Soho, New York City. I actually have 2 studios. So you walk in, it's this huge wall of just mirrors and then the chairs. And then there's another one that's kind of like an island, which the lighting's even more beautiful. and that's where we also do makeovers, our events, but I also have my classes there.
Okay.
So when we, with the classes, it's fun for like the everyday clients, because we show on a model how to do the look, and then they'll break into into groups to learn how to do it on themselves.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
With this class I love, because we don't do it for them, and I think that's the best way to learn. Right. Me showing you these 50,000 steps, and then you go home and you're like, what the heck was that first step?
Right. I don't remember that at all.
So it's like we show you a few steps, and then you take your time, you go out into the studio, and then we'll have coaches that will show them the right brush to use and maybe show them the motion of how to apply it. But I tell them the number 1 rule in the beginning of every class is we're not allowed to do it for you. It is tough love, but this is how you're going to learn. You'll learn me later.
I love it. I think that's part of being an artist is kind of you have to put yourself out there. You've got to just do it, and sometimes you'll get that, positive criticism that helps you move on and get past that, It sounds, yeah, exactly. And the studio, is that where they film some of the beauty videos that they post onto the Sephora website, or is that something different?
Oh, it's something different. So most of the filming's in L.A. or in San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was there a couple of times this summer. Luckily, I got to enjoy some trips across the country before. I can't travel.
Right.
Yeah, they have a separate studio for their blogging videos.
Oh, okay. All right. And so for the Sephora University beauty class, so that's where that's their program where you teach the other artists, correct? Okay. And I think that's such such an important thing that I don't think a lot of people understand is that Sephora really is helping to provide education. It's not just a beauty store where you can buy all this makeup and, maybe there's a makeup artist there for you, but they're actually helping to spread education and move people in their careers forward. I think that that's really a great example for other brands as well, and just to for consumers to really feel good about purchasing from that store and knowing that the people that are helping you with your makeup know what they're talking about.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we see our clients more than just, oh yeah, this person's just going to buy lipstick and whatever, but like it's more than just that with Sephora. We're going to teach you, and that you feel a little bit more like there's ownership behind the lipstick or the eyeshadow palette that you're buying.
Right. And is there like a program where Sephora teaches their employees and especially makeup artists such as yourself when there's new product? Do they do some sort of like a review? They kind of introduce you to these products. How does that exactly work?
Oh yeah, so we have we call them daily doses.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like your personal training to yourself. So it's an intranet where we go online, we sign in, and then you just can look at 1 or 2 videos a day.
Oh wow.
And it's great because then there's what we call the hot now. So brand new products that are launching, the next month, we'll know about it ahead of time.
Oh.
And then we always have different brands that come in and train us, so we can get more of like a hands-on experience.
Oh, great.
Every day there's some sort of teaching, whether we're teaching clients.
Right.
Like what the artists are being taught. Yeah.
And how fun. You get to know about all the new products before anybody else does. That's really cool. It's like you have top secret clearance to the latest and greatest in makeup. That's really cool. So since you know so much about so many different brands and different products, can you actually run down some favorites that you love, or would that be just an impossible question for you to answer?
I would say that's totally impossible. It's hard. It's definitely hard to pick. Like, I love when I have clients say, "What's your favorite brand?" I'm like, "And what exactly?"
Right. You have to narrow this down.
You gotta be a little bit more specific. Yeah, there's just so many brands, and it's difficult even just working here because you're like, okay, I got paid, but I'm like, I'm really just working for makeup.
Oh my gosh.
Like, the second I get paid, I just buy more stuff.
I used to work retail, and that's exactly what happens. You just work to buy more clothes. It's the same thing with makeup. So, wait a minute. So what is your personal makeup collection like?
It's bad. It's a little embarrassing. I definitely look like a hoarder, especially with like hair and makeup. It's bad. I had a small vanity, which is really cute, with little drawers, and just being a makeup artist for over 7 years, I now have a mirror dresser that is 9 drawers, and
oh, wow.
You think it would be clothes inside, but it's really all makeup. It's very organized. I went to the container store and spent like $300-400 on an acrylic container.
Oh my gosh!
And it is just it's bad. It's a very big mirror dresser. You think there's clothes. I'm like, my clothes can go somewhere else. I don't care. It was like the first thing I did when I moved in. Organize my makeup.
You have your priorities straight.
Yes.
So are you a really organized person?
I am. I do have a little bit of like OCD.
Do you?
Yeah.
That is so funny because I've spoken with other makeup artists, and I think I see a theme here that really into organization and everything has its place and the containers. I think, but you have to be that way, right? Because there's so much.
There's so much. When I didn't have it organized before, it's like I was just grabbing stuff that was on the top of the pile of makeup. I'm like, and then that's just bad because everything else goes to waste, and it goes
right.
bad. So I like to see everything, and I'm the same way too. If I'm on set, like everything has to have a story and a placement and purpose behind it.
Right.
It's just like I can't work under any other conditions.
And I feel like for me, out of sight, out of mind. I can just imagine if you have that many products, it's like you can fall in love with something, but then if it gets pushed somewhere where you don't see it, and there's so many other products that are at, you kind of go, oh my gosh, I forgot about that one pencil that I love.
Right.
Right?
And that's happened to me before. It's like my favorite lip color, and I'm like, I couldn't find it.
Oh my gosh. That happens to me, and I don't have, I'm sure, even a quarter of the amount of makeup that you have. Well, that is so, I love all of this information I'm getting. I mean, I think this behind the scenes look at Sephora and how they're building education and just your personal story and how you came from being a tomboy and now you actually, I mean, that's all you do is work with makeup. I think that's absolutely fascinating, and I can't wait to hear more and talk more about all of that. We're going to get more into that. And thank you so much for all this information about you, Christina. I don't think you realize how many fans you have out there that... That's awesome. All right, well, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come back with Christina, and we're gonna talk more about embracing our curly hair and natural textures. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Shh. Over here. Here's a secret for a virus-free computer. ESET. They've been a pioneer in the antivirus industry for over 25 years. 25 years of innovative, top-rated antivirus protection. ESET's award-winning security solutions provide a safe online experience for over 100 million home and business computer owners. They are so affordable, fast, and simple to use. So be gone, you blue screen of death. ESET's on my computer. If it's not on yours, visit HealthyLife.net's advertiser page and click on ESET now.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
What does HealthyLife.net and Amazon.com have in common? Well, they're both available on the Internet. They both give great value. But most important, most of our positive program hosts and guests are accomplished authors, and their books are available from, you got it, Amazon.com. Now, it even gets better than that, because when you're listening on air to a HealthyLife.net host or guest, you can go directly to Amazon.com, and you can order your book while you're still listening to your favorite HealthyLife.net program. So when you hear an author you like, go to the homepage of HealthyLife.net and click on Amazon.com.
Where positive people and radio unite. HealthyLife.net.
Welcome. You are listening to Radio AMB on HealthyLife.net. I'm Alicia Benkovich. In this segment we call In the Jar, Christina and I are going to discuss the natural hair movement and what she is doing to educate people about embracing their natural texture. So, Christina, since there's a whole new movement towards women embracing their natural texture, which I happen to be one, and have you always worn your hair natural?
I would say from growing up I had curly and straight.
Okay.
So I like that I was able to rotate, but I'd say now, especially the last 3 years, you almost never will catch me with straight hair. It's like once in a blue.
Right. Right. You know, I think it's interesting because for the past 10 years I think that the general consensus has been smooth your hair out, no curls, everybody wanted that sleek look. And it's like you got so used to that look that it's hard to see yourself with your curls. Mm-hmm. And I noticed that the more I wear my hair curly, that it's almost difficult now for me to go back and wear my hair smooth because it's like, wow, is that me?
Yeah, I'm like, who is that person?
Yeah. But I think that it's really interesting that we're embracing that more, and we're kind of moving into that more natural hair. Where do you think it's kind of coming from? Where do you think that movement kind of started from?
I think it just started just from a while back, and it's just now it's gradually becoming such a more popular thing.
Mm-hmm.
But women were just getting tired of having to straighten their hair, and just so much better to take a stand. So I think the misconception was if you had your hair natural, it wasn't polished.
Right.
I'm like, I was born this way. This is what
right. Right.
Like, and it's a part of me. So everyone just kind of just stopped and just took that moment. Was like, I'm not going to change who I am,
mm-hmm.
and I'm just happy now that it's becoming so much more popular, especially now for like younger girls who are seeing every other woman just like wearing their curly hair, wearing their afro, wearing their hair naturally,
mm-hmm.
and just like realizing, accepting that is also beautiful.
Right. I almost feel like it's kind of goes along with women empowerment.
Absolutely.
You know, it's almost like, you know, having to keep your hair straight and sleek and be this other person was holding some women back. Mm-hmm. And it's like you get to, no, this is me, and this is my hair, and you need to get used to it. Kind of thing. Yeah. And that's one thing I noticed with the Sephora videos, and you in particular, you started doing hair products.
Oh, yeah.
Was that like a natural progression, or was it something that somehow it came up one day? Like, how did that happen?
This started from a lot of the hair companies realizing the curly hair, natural hair movement.
Mm.
And so I noticed, because it was also kind of hard to find at some point in time, looking at hair products for natural hair at Sephora and a lot of other companies. And the last 2 years especially, a lot of hairlines they now have a curly hair line
mm-hmm.
in their brand.
Yeah.
And so Sephora they saw this opportunity, and I got an email. I was like, hey, would you be interested in doing one of our hair blogs? And I'm like, me? Would I?
Absolutely.
I'm honored to represent my natural hair ladies and let them know what my favorite products are. So I love that they saw this and they just wanted to put it out there. And there was so many people that they were excited that Sephora, you know, wanted to express different products to use for natural hair.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I think it's really great. And it seems to me, and I think you and I talked about it a little bit too, is that there's a community. Like there's a natural texture kind of community movement.
There is.
And there's groups of women that are getting together. And it seems like it's a little bit stronger on the East Coast than it is over here on the West Coast. What do you think about all of that?
I think it's beautiful. I think there's me and my two curly hair girls, Curly Edgy and Oh That's Flash. We
mm-hmm.
have events all the time,
mm-hmm.
and we're actually we sold out in 4 days our event that's happening in September.
Oh wow!
Behind the Curls.
Oh, that's
women
awesome.
Just love hanging out with other natural hair women, whether it's just like networking or making new friends. There's this annual event that's called Curl Fest
mm-hmm.
that we love to attend to all the time, and it's like hundreds and hundreds
wow.
of natural hair women.
Oh wow!
Together in a park, and you have different brands. They sell their products. They give out goodie bags, and it's just it's like a one big family.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing just to see all the big poofs. It's like amazing. And remember one of the first times a while ago, and I had it with a few other girls, natural hair girls, we would have events also, and it was just like at the end of the day, you'll see other girls, they'll exchange phone numbers, they'll exchange Instagrams,
uh-huh.
and they'll become friends. And it was like you walk in there by yourself, and, you know, just to attend this curly hair event, see
mm-hmm.
what it was about, and then you leave with like a couple of more curly hair friends.
Oh man, that's you know, I think that's so important. I think especially because you know, we're embracing natural hair more, and I think when you are growing up and maybe you live in a neighborhood or somewhere where not a lot of people have the same kind of hair as you feel kind of like this weird outsider. And in finding a community of people who are like, oh my gosh, you have hair like me. It's got to be so awesome. And I think it's got to be a great place just to people watch and see the beautiful hairstyles and what different textures look like and all of that. I mean, it's just got to be a really, really awesome community to be a part of.
And you learn from each other, too. You're like, oh, I needed that product.
Right? Yeah, you know, Exactly. And I think that's, like, especially speaks to me because growing up, my mom had stick straight hair. And I remember her friends would come over when I was really little, and they'd look at me and they go, "Why don't you brush her hair?" My mom's like, "I just brushed it. That's what it looks like." And I didn't know what to do with it. And so me growing up and meeting other girls that could give me tips, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I know what you can do." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much." You can't replace that. That's amazing. So do you think that this is just a trend that will eventually go away, or do you think that this is like a deeper movement? It's like natural textures here to stay?
I think this is much more of a deeper movement that it's not going anywhere. It's not like not to say certain makeup trends are trends, but you know the overly drawn lips, like that's a trend. We're going away from that. Right,
exactly.
Like things like that is just like a little like bad, but this movement is so much bigger that it's not gonna, like, I can't picture it 5 years from now all of us natural hair women saying, you know what, I changed my mind, I'm just gonna straighten my hair.
Oh no,
I can't picture it.
No, I think that once you've made that step and you've really embraced it, why would you want to go back? It's almost like, you know, I don't want to take my hair back to where it used to be when it's free and it's natural, and you know you've been able to change other people's views on how you can wear your hair.
And it's actually, for some, like at least for me, it took me almost 2 years to get my natural curl pattern back.
Really?
Damage, yeah. So that's a lot of time, and I just like, why would you want to straighten your hair after that?
Right.
Like, you embrace your hair even more.
Absolutely. You know, I have the same story too, because I was getting keratin treatments and realized that it really wasn't good for my hair, and it does destroy your curl pattern. And learning and watching people, really, really awesome that I've been able to embrace that, and I'm glad that so many more women are. It's nothing but positive and amazing. So, well, we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to talk some more with Christina after this. We're going to talk about what speaks to Christina on a deeper level, and we'll be right back. So stay with us.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need, from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com.
For all your live or pre-recorded webcasting needs, come to earthchannel.com. Get your web-based message out to a select group or the whole world. It's easy. A pioneer in webcasting, earthchannel.com provides the best products and services to big corporations and government users. And now this same technology is available to you. They have the best Earthcast encoders, servers, and products to meet your technical needs. But wait, don't want to mess with technical stress? No problem. They'll do it for you. EarthChannel.com is your answer. You can use webcasting for lots of things like advertising, marketing, customer support, training, and don't forget web radio and TV. In fact, you're listening to a live Earthcast right now. So come to EarthChannel.com. Actualize your audio or video webcasting needs today. You can't beat the friendly service or the price. Call EarthChannel.com at 1-800-849-8978. That's 1-800-849-8978.
We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
When you're looking for bedding, department store prices can shock you. Well, be shocked no more. Sell steak cheap, not cheap steak. That's the motto of Anna's Linens. Although they don't sell steak, they do sell the best bedding, bath, and home decor items. They strive to provide their merchandise at extreme value to their customers, and they do it. Great everyday prices on everything and military discounts. Plus, if you visit them online, they have clearance items and internet specials. Visit them online now at HealthyLife.net's advertiser page.
Radio your way. HealthyLife.net.
Welcome back. You are listening to Radio AMB and HealthyLife.net. I am your host, Alicia Benkovich. This is a section that we call Beauty That's Soul Deep, and we will discuss Christina's passion for charitable giving in the organizations she is most passionate about and why. So, Christina, I understand you have a very personal story that ignited your passion for giving back.
Oh, yeah. So it goes back from, my mom passed away in 2007.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, and she passed away from leukemia, and for a few years after that, you're going through the depression, sadness, anger, and I just became a little bit more. I started tapping back into just being more spiritual, and I started feeling my mom's presence a lot more. And I just started seeing just signs of like how, besides locking myself in the room on Mother's Day, and not wanting to tell anyone, like I can do more. And so the first one was, I think the first time I actually stepped outside on Mother's Day was I did makeup for moms who were, like some shelter moms or homeless, and that felt amazing.
Oh, great.
And it was like, wow, I actually got out of the house one.
Right.
It was such a beautiful feeling to have other moms, feel good about themselves and feel beautiful. And after that, I was like, maybe I can do more. Besides, just like, let's just do makeup. There is the first charity was for Light the Night, and it's for leukemia and lymphoma.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. And I did the walk. It was in October. And, you just can donate whatever you want, and then you have, like, your own team, and you can walk. And I raised, like, it's not raised, but it was, like, my money.
Right.
And I'm like, whatever. And then the following year, I was like, I feel like I can do a lot more. I can totally take advantage that I have a growing platform. People know who I am as a makeup artist. What else can I do? So then I decided I just talked to one of my friends who was a manager for like a Mexican restaurant. And I'm like, hey, do you mind on Sunday football day when there's a bunch of guys bringing their girlfriends watching football, if I can do their makeup and they can donate whatever the heck they want?
Oh, wow.
They can raise some money.
That's a great idea. Yeah, absolutely. I would much rather do that than watch football.
Some girls like the football. I was like, all right, fine, whatever. Find me after. So I did that one Sunday, and I actually raised a lot more in addition to, like, money that was coming out of my pocket. And so every year I was like, what else can I do? And, like, it was just something, like, I just got such a great rush out of it. I was like, wow, I'm actually making a difference. I'm doing more than just being depressed. Like, I'm making my mom proud. She would never want to see me sad.
Yes.
She would want to see me more making a difference and making other people happy.
Absolutely.
So that was the beginning of it all. And then it just kept growing after that. I teamed up with my best friend, Anastasia. We kind of created our own company called Christina Anastasia. We put our names together.
Oh, great.
And what we do is have classes where a portion is always donated to different charities.
Oh, so makeup classes.
Yeah, makeup classes. So we started doing that, and, of course, the first one was the following year for Light the Night for leukemia and lymphoma. And that was amazing because the amount of people that came out and support, guys who don't know what we're talking about.
Right.
They were just there to support, and it was amazing. Like, my family was there, and I was like, wow, we can totally make a big difference.
Oh, wow.
So it just kept growing. So every year now I'm like, what else can I do? How can you make last year bigger?
I love it. That's amazing. And I think that says so much that, when you experience a big loss like that in your life, and it's really easy to take those big days, like Mother's Day or a birthday or whatever it is, and kind of say, oh, this is, I'm still mourning that person, and I understand that, and kind of feeling that low, but being able to turn that around and say, what would my mother or my, whoever that person is that you've lost, what would they want to see me doing? not sitting in a room mourning them, but I think that that's amazing that you took that and turned it into something where you're giving back to people. I mean, that's amazing. And so Light the Night, is that like a night walk or?
Yeah, it's beautiful. So it starts kind of like in the evening, like 5, 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And then every year they have a different. Before we had it like by the pier, and I think now it's going to be in Central Park, which is going to be. It's amazing because now it's growing and they need more space. But then you'll get a balloon with or like one of those I guess it's kind of like a balloon where you put like a little light.
Oh, okay, like a glow stick or something like that.
Yeah, it's like something like that. And then so everyone just walks down, and there's 3 different colors. You'll have the gold for someone who's passed away, the red for like the survivor. It's I'm getting the colors and the affiliate kind of confused, but
but there's
different balloon color depending on why you're there. So I always have the gold one because I've known someone close to me passed away, but they'll have ones for a survivor and then someone who you just get to be there for them. So they have leukemia and lymphoma. And so I just see all these beautiful balloons just walking through together.
Yeah. That seems like an event that would really raise awareness. And, I mean, just from a bystander, if you were to walk by that, you would be wondering, oh, my gosh, what is that? You know, I can see why it would grow and grow every year and attract more and more people. That just sounds visually amazing. Like a really, really great idea. And then so I know you mentioned American Cancer Society. What is the Relay for Life exactly? Because I think I've heard of it.
I know. I think it's all around the same time of October, like September, October.
Okay.
Because September is Blood Cancer Awareness.
Okay.
And then the actual walk for Light the Night is in October.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so with that, I teamed up with also my best friend. She has her own company, The View Commute. So I'm like one of her head artists for that company. And it's cool because we are about, I think we're like 8, 9 years apart. But we apparently went to the same college. Which is awesome.
Wow.
And so it's funny graduating from my college and going back to my old school. And at the time, she was still like graduating there and coming back for a good cause again. So I was doing makeovers. And it was just I did makeovers up until the time I was ready to like go to sleep.
Right. Oh my gosh.
It was like, how many makeovers can you do? And it was like, I forgot what time we got out of there, but it was like nonstop makeovers. There was like hair braiding, nails being done, and I was in the makeup booth. And it was so funny because I put a post on Instagram. I'm like, come by and visit me at Baruch College. I'll be doing makeup until I drop for free.
You know what? But that's got to be a really like. You might be completely exhausted, but you probably feel so great at the same time.
It was worth it. I don't care.
Absolutely worth it.
I hibernated the next day, but it was
right. You're like, I need a day of recovery after that. Oh, that is so amazing. I think that the more and more people that are in kind of positions that you are, where you actually do speak to a large audience and raising awareness of things like this, I mean, it's only a good thing. It can only be better and better, and just spreading that word and maybe inspiring other people like you that have an audience and can bring people to kind of charitable events like this. I mean, that's priceless.
I wish more and more people would get involved.
Absolutely. I agree. You're inspiring me, actually. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up on that note, and we will be back. We're going to take another break, and when we return, we will cover some of the ways brands can follow in Sephora's lead when it comes to building a YouTube community. Stay with us. Don't go away.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need, from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com.
When you're looking for bedding, department store prices can shock you. Well, be shocked no more. Sell steak cheap, not cheap steak. That's the motto of Anna's Linens. Although they don't sell steak, they do sell the best bedding, bath, and home decor items. They strive to provide their merchandise at extreme value to their customers, and they do it. Great everyday prices on everything and military discounts. Plus, if you visit them online, they have clearance items and internet specials. Visit them online now at HealthyLife.net's advertiser page.
We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
Oh, man, it never fails. My suitcase just got ripped apart.
Life is a journey. Make it a pleasant one. Use Samsonite. You know the name. For almost a century, Samsonite luggage has proved itself to be the worldwide leader in innovative travel solutions. Let it be yours. Visit HealthyLife.net's affiliate Samsonite on our homepage and click to look at the fine luggage from suitcases to golf travel bags. And don't forget, take a look at their travel accessories. Make life a journey, a pleasant one, with Samsonite.
HealthyLife.net, where positive overcomes negative.
You are listening to Radio AMB, where we share the secrets behind the beauty industry. Our program sponsor today is Freer Maine. I'm Alicia Benkovich, and for the Beauty Biz segment of the show, we want to talk about how big retailers and beauty professionals are now getting involved in the beauty community of YouTube and discuss more about the Sephora Personal Beauty Advisor campaign, why they created it, and how other brands can learn from it. So, Christina, what exactly, I know we talked a little bit more about the Beauty Advisor campaign, but what do you think Sephora was really trying to achieve when they started that program?
I think they were, Sephora was really trying to achieve just education behind makeup.
Mm-hmm.
It's so common for clients to just come in and say, this didn't work for me, and you're like, okay, so you can return it, but never asking why.
Right.
And lots of times it's because they just don't know how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's different from coming in and getting a makeover.
Right.
Okay, great. I'm glammed up. I'm ready to go out for this evening. But then I keep coming back.
Right. You can never recreate it yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then just with the strong education background that Sephora has, they found that this would be a better alternative as far as services go.
Right.
So it's what I love is because it's a 90-minute service that the client, whatever he or she wants to learn in 90 minutes.
Okay.
So it's a customized consultation. So you can say, I want to learn how to contour and do smokey eye. Great. We have 90 minutes. You're still going to get your makeup done, but we're going to make sure that you walk out here knowing how to create those techniques that you wanted to learn today.
Right. Right. I think that's awesome. I think teaching someone how to use products and to feel confident about that's just going to make a better consumer that comes back into the store and wants to buy more product because you know more. You're not going to stick to that same 5 products you've always used on your face, and you don't want to take any chances, which I know a lot of women like that. And, I think for me, when I stumbled upon the videos on Sephora's YouTube channel, I loved that they had professional makeup artists that were able to use the full range of all these different brands' products in their videos. So it wasn't just I'm selling this brand. Right. They were saying this is what I think works the best for this look, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I think that's just a genius idea that they started making those videos.
That's why I just love working at Sephora, because I can't picture me just working for this one brand, because I don't think one brand's great in everything.
Right.
So at least with Sephora, you have that variety.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, I'm going to use this brand because I love their blushes. We're going to use something else from another brand, for eyeshadow or brows. That way you're still, I don't know, I feel like it's more of a trust thing, too.
Yes.
Believe me, because I'm trying from different brands, not because I work for this one brand.
Yes. Yeah, I think that was the biggest kind of what I got from it, I was thinking, wow, this really builds trust because they're not just selling one brand's products. Because sometimes you look at I'll watch a YouTube video, and at the end I'm thinking, were they paid by that brand? I mean, you could love all of those products, but you kind of wonder. And I think that's why I love the Sephora video so much, because they would, you would use like 5 different brands' products because it was the ones that you thought were the best for that look. And but you'd also give other examples like, oh, if there's also this other pencil that works just as good as this one, and I think it was kind of changing. I think that kind of changed how people wanted to learn about products that on YouTube. And I think just the landscape of YouTube and how it has become so beauty centered. What do you think about that? How YouTube has really taken off with beauty and makeup videos and all that.
I feel like it just took over.
Yeah.
But it's also because, Sephora caught on to it, but there's just so many clients, too, or just, people in general that they want to learn more.
Right.
So I remember for me, when I wanted to learn how to do more makeup as a makeup artist, all I had was books. I had Bobbi Brown and Kevin Aucoin books.
Right.
There was no YouTube out there. You had to go out and seek it for yourself and go to workshops and learn from other makeup artists and have private lessons. And there was such a huge need for it. So thank God for YouTube now. It's become so popular. And then the people who are learning from that are now also going on YouTube and teaching other people.
Exactly. It's like a domino effect. Yeah. Well, and it's so funny, too, because I have girlfriends that aren't in the beauty industry, and, they'll come over my house, and not that I'm a professional, makeup artist at all, but I've done so much research and watched so many videos, and now I have all these products that they're like, how did you learn this? I'm like, you have to watch YouTube. It's amazing the amount of information you can learn.
You really can.
Yeah.
It's not like hair and makeup. It's just YouTube in general. It's like Google. You're like, you need to know something, go on YouTube.
YouTube is the Google of beauty. I'm going to use that again. So do you think that Sephora, what do you think is coming in the future when it comes to the YouTube platform and Sephora? And I see that they have other makeup artists. Like I really love watching Amy Shukma. I think that's her name. She's great.
She's amazing.
Yeah, what do you think is kind of what will be in the future?
Oh man, this is
for
hard.
that? I know.
I think just with Sephora, just staying on top of the new trends. Because there's so many topics out there, and Sephora covers everything.
Right.
They think of literally everything. And speaking with Amy, she's she looks amazing.
Yes, so cool.
And she did a videos where it's how to do makeup for depending on her eye shape, or mature skin. Because she's 40, but she does not look like it.
No.
She's 20.
Yeah, exactly.
So people know this and oh my God, what do you use for skincare? How do you do your makeup? So just having more personal topics. But what I love with Sephora, they won't use, no offense, but maybe a 15-year-old to talk about mature skin.
Right.
You're using someone like me, they picked a natural hair girl to talk about natural hair products.
Right.
So I think they're just going to continue doing more of that, but who knows? Sephora, they're so innovative. I would be surprised. I want to know what's happening too in the future.
Right. I think that when I watch those videos and I see what Sephora is doing, my mind is other brands need to do this, and I think a lot of other brands are. When I think to me, people who keep it real and I feel like I can trust them, a person that comes to mind for me is Kat Von D. And her makeup products, and she collaborates with other brands, and I think that is part of it. It's Sephora can do all these different brands, and they don't have to sell just one, and I like the idea of other brands that can kind of come together, and it's we're not just trying to sell you our product, but we're kind of selling you just beauty in general and how you can you can make yourself feel better, or, look better or whatever. I think that's really the core behind what Sephora is doing, and other brands can learn from that.
It's they're selling confidence.
Right.
You walk out with your head high, you know what you're getting, who you're about, how to use it.
Absolutely. They're selling confidence. I love it. Yeah, I absolutely agree, and I think that Sephora is going to keep being that leader, and we're going to learn a lot from that platform. And I have to say, thank you so much for being on the show with us today, Christina.
Thank you for having me.
Just an amazing interview. You are a wonderful person. You are a light. I think you're an inspiration, and I can't wait to see the pictures of your new baby. When it's a boy, right? Did you? Yeah. Oh my gosh. So exciting. So, Christina, how can people get in touch with you? Your Instagram, Facebook, things like that.
My Instagram is Christina Vega _.
Okay.
And then I do have a website, so ChristinaVega.com. And then from then you can go to other channels of my social media and then also email me personally.
All right.
And my YouTube is Makeup by Vega, VEGA.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Christina.
Thank you, guys.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. So that will do it for us today. I would like to, again, thank my guest, Christina. And don't miss our program next week where Patty interviews the CEO of LightStim, Joni Ann Marchese. Send your questions and comments to request at AmericanBeauty.com. I'm Alicia Benkovich. You can hear Radio AMB on HealthyLife.net. Thanks for listening to Radio AMB, where we think pretty is pretty important for all things in beauty.
For all your live or pre-recorded webcasting needs, come to earthchannel.com. Get your web-based message out to a select group or the whole world. It's easy. A pioneer in webcasting, earthchannel.com provides the best products and services to big corporations and government users. And now this same technology is available to you. They have the best Earthcast encoders, servers, and products to meet your technical needs. But wait, don't want to mess with technical stress? No problem. They'll do it for you. EarthChannel.com is your answer. You can use webcasting for lots of things like advertising, marketing, customer support, training, and don't forget web radio and TV. In fact, you're listening to a live Earthcast right now. So come to EarthChannel.com. Actualize your audio or video webcasting needs today. You can't beat the friendly service or the price. Call EarthChannel.com at 1-800-849-8978. That's 1-800-849-8978.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com.
Obstacle racing. You know you want to try it. Well, try Reebok's Spartan Race, the global leader in obstacle racing. With 4 different race levels, their goal is to get you up off the couch and throw you into the mud and on the trails to give you the adrenaline rush of your life. Obstacle courses are designed to test your resilience, strength, stamina, quick decision-making skills, and give you the ability to laugh in the face of adversity. Visit HealthyLife.net advertiser page and click on Spartan Race.
HealthyLife.net, the positive radio network.